¡Ay, qué amor! ¡Chúpame! ¡Vámonos!
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Diamond Rivera, and you're tuned into another special episode of the Live Discussions with Diamond podcast. And tonight, this episode is sponsored by Bachata Radio, where you can listen to this interview in high quality right now. And today, people, we have all the way from Spain two of some really amazing dancers, two people that I've told them personally that they have made this quarantine year so much easier for me, seeing their electrifying moves, their amazing interpretations on bachata. We have here, all the way from Spain, the amazing Cristian and Katerina.
Hello.
Hello.
So, guys, I appreciate you so much again for coming on the platform. And I definitely feel today we're going to have a great discussion.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for inviting us.
Absolutely. I mean, before we get started, I always love asking my guests, how have you been really this past year?
Whoa.
Boring. I can say boring. Really. We made online course on online classes, like all artists, I guess. Making videos.
We try to do many things to keep this dancing energy flowing. It's hard because we're not able to teach directly to people. When we start doing classes here, we do 2 weeks and poof, the government already cut the classes off and we have to wait again. But well, we are very optimistic, and we hope we can get back to track again.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I would say is this past year, you two especially have been really focused and really consistent, especially on social media. Like you said, at one point we were dancing at our favorite festivals, and then one day everything changes. And seeing you guys been able to push out content consistently is really showing so many people how you guys are here to stay. Again, I love the way you guys dance. I've admired it for so many months, and us having the opportunity to talk today is great because I want to be able to show people not just how amazing you guys are as dancers, but also how awesome you are as people.
Thank you very much. We're gonna get red now. I'm gonna be red.
No, I mean, it's
She's already pink.
I don't know, absolutely.
It's my
No.
natural color.
Of course. I mean, for many people, when you're doing interviews, it's a lot of times people are just focused on what you can do on a stage, what you can provide them. But for me, I know as a dancer myself, as an artist, there's so much more. There's so much more to the person. So at least having you guys today, I think we can get a nice glimpse of who Cristian and Katerina are. So at least I would love to know how I always get started. I love asking the guests really, especially now having both of you, how did the journey start before the partnership really? How did dance kind of enter your life?
Oh, you first?
How did dance come to our life?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a long story. So I danced from 4 years old. Started from classic, and I finished chair of folk dance. This is different dancings from different cultures. When I was 15, I started dancing urban styles like hip hop, walking, dancehall, house, afro. Also, how you say this? Ballroom dance. Yes.
Yeah.
I also when I was 12, and I think that when I come to before I was working in China for years, And after I come here to Barcelona, I met Christian. So before, like all the world, I knew only bachata moderna, this bachata essential. When I met Christian, we already started dancing bachata traditional.
For me, I've been dancing around 20 years, not as much as her. She's been dancing all her life. I started dancing salsa. I'm a salsa dancer. First Cuban, then I changed into LA. I'm a LA salsa lover, so I don't know if there is only one LA style there. One of you. Okay. I also dance on two, Puerto Rican, everything.
Yeah.
Then people start asking me around like 15 years ago to teach them bachata because they see me doing some weird stuff on the club when they put the only bachata that they play in all night at that time. They play more merengue than bachata in the clubs. Imagine. So I started doing these bachata classes. It was, of course, modern bachata because people weren't ready for Dominican at the time. Then till now, Dominican bachata start growing thanks to the effort of many dancers, and lately I was just doing Dominican bachata classes, all my classes.
Wow.
So that's a little review of my journey. I also have formation in many dance styles like hip hop. I started hip hop. I did a little bit of jazz, contemporary, base técnica. How you say? In English, base técnica is lyrical. Yeah, lyrical. Ballet. I don't know. I don't want to call it ballet, but yeah, and a little bit of everything. My salsa background is very strong because I was in a really solid company here in Europe. This was Salsa del Barrio by Mario La Junta, and with them I learned a lot, and I learned how to perform on the stage and to work around festivals and dance and everything. So I'm very grateful to him and to the company.
Wow.
And till now, that's a little bit of review of my dance.
Okay. I mean, and I feel it's really amazing to hear that both of you have much experience, not only in bachata, but in so many different styles, and it shows. Because I think when some people are just kind of one track minded, you don't really get the full perspective, but also realizing something you said, Christian, and I'm going to get to you, Katerina, was you were a salsa dancer. And I noticed that in many of my episodes with many guests that I know, many bachata dancers that I know started in salsa. And that's something that amazes me. And it's not just in the States now. It's a worldwide thing that many of the famous bachata dancers that we see on social media that go viral, many of them were salsa dancers. And
I think salsa is so special because I love salsa. I still love salsa. That I dance bachata doesn't mean that I don't love salsa now. Salsa make you fall in love with dance. I think that when you learn salsa, when you start salsa dancing, when you start doing a little bit more and performing on salsa, it make you fall more in love with these Latin rhythms, and then you can go into other type of dancer like bachata, kizomba, etc. But I think salsa got this power of attraction that make it's like this drug that when you taste it once, it make you move forward and to keep doing it.
oh yeah. And then Katerina, so from where you're from, I believe we talked to you from Russia. I love that you said you were able to learn so many styles. I know you had ballroom as well. Was kind of Latin dance kind of pushed out there? Was it kind of relevant, or were those other styles more focused on?
I can say that like here in Europe or United States, in salsa bachata, in my time there is only started, I don't know, maybe in Moscow, St. Petersburg. But only when I go to China, I go to some Latin place and I saw people are dancing. Actually, I never was going to any classes, ni bachata, ni salsa. I just see how people dance and I just started dancing. So
I love it. I love it.
And actually, yeah, before I like salsa more than bachata because I knew only bachata central. When I know what is bachata traditional. I like, oh, this is also fun. Yeah, now I like it.
Wow. And especially you talked about bachata sensual, but a question I have, Katerina, really quickly before we move on. How was that experience like for you in China, working and dancing?
In China. So, I made in my team there, and we were traveling all around the China
Mhm.
and making our performance. But for to work and to making money, this is good. But to live there for European person is really complicated because our mentality is too much different.
Yeah. I mean, maybe from the language barriers, but just kind of the overall sense of living may be different. But like you said, on a financial scale, it definitely was profitable. So understanding now, both of you have many styles you've learned of. How did you guys actually meet?
Oh,
We have different versions because his
Yeah.
version, he really believes that I go to hunt on him.
Mm.
And actually he's a hunter,
no,
so
no, no.
we just we, we just had a friends in common,
Mhm.
and this is was a St. Valentine's Day actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is soon gonna be 3 years how we know each other next week. Yes,
Wow.
and me and my friends we went to that place where Christian was working. We met there, but actually our first meeting was also, it's like, who is it and who is it, and like no. But the next day, or I don't know, maybe a few days after, we met already four of us, his friend and my friend, and we go to dance. So we speak about the universe, we're dancing, and we're like connected.
Wow.
No, Christian, your version?
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, let me put it this. I was working in a club. I was teaching and doing my class. They do like this class before a session, so you can attract people free class.
Mhm.
And that day, this girl come and look at me like this, like, wow, it's papi chulo, no, like, oh, wait, be careful, ladies, keep your
Is that
distance.
true, Katerina? Is
And
that
then,
Good
and
imagination, yeah.
no, okay, maybe I exaggerated a bit, but it's like this. Then I start seeing this lady coming to my classes, coming to me, like
This
looking
wasn't
at
like
me,
this, Christian.
like,
I never
oh,
go to your
oh,
class.
that's with me, that's with me. And I say, oh, wow, 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 well, maybe there is something here. Let me look at her 2 times.
No, I can say it. Yeah, once when I just came to Barcelona, I saw him on the flyer. We already know each other, but we never speak. And I decide, okay, if I don't come, we never speak. And I decide to come.
mm,
And after a while, it's like when you know a person mm, more than yourself, when you know your person like from another past life,
mhm,
well, we find out that we're like this,
mm.
and we came together.
No, absolutely. I think everything happens for a reason. And like you said, Katerina, you were doing bachata sensual. If people don't understand, with bachata, for me, bachata is bachata. Many people who even come
Bachata,
from the
bachata.
Dominican Republic understand. And we're going to talk about something that we've talked about privately, a really interesting topic that you had talked about, Christian. But realizing with bachata, over the years, the style has transformed, whether it be from a traditional standpoint, a modern standpoint, then a sensual standpoint. Um, what I think was Bachata Sensual when it came out, especially in Spain, I believe that was the premier area. It really just took the world, social media by storm because it was something just like, whoa, what is this? What is all of these body rolls? What is all of this connection? How do I do it? And like you said, you started Katerina with sensual, but and then you told me as well before that you actually saw traditional, and it kind of just like, whoa, what is that? So how was that experience like for you?
For me?
Yeah.
For me, okay, I can say that I never was a fan of Bachata Central, okay? But I don't judge anyone because seeing which music we have now,
Hmm.
and sometimes you see that on this music you cannot move like, hey, with these instruments. So, and also, for example, if you are a real dancer, for you it's not enough to dance only this cuadrado or diagonal. in these basic steps. So this is really not enough. Well, for example, for me, being a dancer, I always need to evolve. I always need to create something new, and it's normal. Actually, it's familiar to my folkloric Russian dance. It's not the same instruments, but sounds is a little bit familiar. So, and it really reminds me of my culture, and I like this just fun and ethno-folkloric traditional music. So, I think because of this.
Man, that's awesome. And many people who don't understand, I think music is universal. Like you said, coming from Russia, the folkloric side of it, but with music, certain sounds are always going to have familiarity, especially using the same instruments or in that sense. So when you guys met at this event, at this club that Cristian was on the flyer with, um, in Cristian now, so at these clubs, especially to kind of give an understanding for people in the States who haven't been to Spain, when you were dancing, was traditional kind of really just known, or was it still just kind of people doing sensual at that point?
Here in Spain, most of the time, no, always Central is a king, is the top. Everybody, well, no, in the past years, past 2 years, there is what they call fusion, that is start pushing a lot, and I think now there is, well, no, before everything happened, it was more fusion going on. But for many years, I've been trying to push these free Dominican bachata footwork or partner work classes to let the people taste a little bit of what is Dominican and try to get more people into the community. So I've been doing this free bachata class before the session of the clubs. So people see, so people taste a little bit. Here in Spain, it wasn't, well, here in Barcelona, because saying in Spain is a bit, what is Madrid in Barcelona is like, I think the strongest dance scenes. Barcelona is a huge dancing. We used to have from Monday to Monday social dancing, many clubs open. Imagine, it was crazy. Here we have many dancers living in Barcelona. Imagine. So here there's a strong dancing. We used to have a lot of people in the classes. There is a lot of people looking to learn many new dances. They're not only interested in Central. Yeah, we have this group of people that are like, I don't want to know about Dominicans. This music sound like from all the school, you know. I don't want to be like punky, you know. They believe that Dominican is just that. So well, mostly we have a lot of people, and it really motivates me to do that. These free classes.
And so now then, of course, Cristian, you already were teaching Katerina. You kind of somehow met one another, of course, through mutual friends at this event. So when did that point come when you could tell with one another that, hey, we could actually start teaching and creating together? Katerina.
It was a really big and long job, because we are together almost 3 years, okay? But we danced 2 years. You know why? Because 1 year I was telling him, Cristian, you have to dance with me, understand you? Like this, maybe we will have a success in our life. So after 1 year, no, he's a man, so he's thinking, he needed time. And finally, we do it.
And you work very good. She was right.
I definitely understand. And for me, realizing, especially when it comes to dance partnerships, a lot goes into it, because whether you're in a relationship or just doing a job together, especially with finances and everything, and then traveling, that's a whole different experience of just being in your city, maybe teaching a few classes. Now, you're starting to get noticed and people want you to travel and do things. So how long did it take until like the community and then the outside kind of world kind of recognized you guys and you guys started to get those opportunities?
we're still working on that.
Yeah, of course, we're still working. It's
We're
just
still working
little
on
by
it.
little,
Yeah.
people knowing us. But I think that it started from last December
Yes.
when one of our video was going viral because we were going to France.
Yeah.
We made one video with our French friend Choco.
Mhm.
Yeah, after when we come back, we posted and it was going viral.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like this, people started knowing us little by little, day by day.
No, absolutely. I mean, and what you said is a key word, viral, because with social media, like we've talked as well, the importance of making sure you have the audience's attention. Because I think we've talked about, like you said, in those first 3 seconds, it's either you're going to keep their attention or they're just going to go to the next thing. So, me seeing what you guys were doing, I was really intrigued because, like you said, Bachata Sensual, Sensual Bachata was just everywhere. And don't get me wrong, I love it in terms of filming it. But for me, something about traditional, it gets my heart more warm. It for me, especially seeing the footwork, which I'm very keen on, because I think that's something lost sometimes, especially in sensual bachata. Not with all artists, but a lot of times it's just about the partner work. It's just about the dips, the tricks. But what happens when you let that person go and let them do them? And seeing you guys, like you said, from your first viral video last year, realizing that people appreciated it, not just in
Of
Europe,
course.
but in the US. And as well, before we move on, we have here a comment by a good friend of mine, Jason Kimchi out of New York, saying absolutely love their
Thank you.
chemistry, style, and flow. We also
Hello,
have,
Jason.
yes, we also have another person here. We don't see their name, but it says, "Hi, Diamond. I love their style. Thanks for interviewing them. Sending love from Virginia." And
Thank
and I,
you.
and I tell you this honestly, over this past year, talking to many artists, uh, when I told them I was speaking to you guys, many people loved it because they just loved how much you guys appreciated the traditional style. Because I think that art form can seem lost to some, or people don't appreciate it enough. And Christian, like we've talked, and Katerina, like we've talked, I think with traditional, um, like you said, in Dominican Republic, uh, and I'd rather you kind of expand on that, but briefly, you told me that in Dominican Republic, the Dominicans didn't really care as much until there was a prophet. It was really something to look forward to, but I'd rather you kind of explain that further.
Okay. Cool. I jump into the cooling guy. Okay. It's here in Europe, mostly here in Europe. We Dominicans, it's like we already have our dance, we already have our community. I rather do the other camera because I'm too shy to be looking at myself. Please. Oh,
No
thank
worries.
you, thank you. uh, for us, we didn't give this importance. We didn't give this notice that we can work dancing bachata because
Mhm.
it, it wasn't that important. See.
Yeah,
But till we know that we can make a living of bachata, of course, more Dominicans will get interested. And more in many situations that here as an immigrant, because here we are immigrants, we don't have so many opportunities of job opportunities. So we have to hang on whatever we can. And actually, there was many of us starting doing salsa, or working as entertainers, animadores in the clubs. So when we have this opportunity to do bachata, uh, something that we know from born,
yeah,
and teach it to people, then it's a plus that we. But actually, it's true. We get more interested in teaching bachata when we know we're gonna get something from it,
yeah.
and this is in Europe, and I think it's the same thing in Dominican Republic because in Dominican Republic everybody knows how to dance bachata. Not everybody, but
They think
most
that.
most of the people know how to dance bachata,
Yeah.
and they don't care. It's like Latin people go to learn how here in Europe. They don't go to salsa classes because they already know how to dance salsa. So Dominicans doesn't go to learn how to dance bachata because they already know. Oh, that's when and the thing is that when you got people that they don't know and you can make a profit of it, then of course you're going to be more interested. You have to excuse my English; it's a little bit
No,
toasted.
it's fine. It's perfect.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep it there because I don't want to mess up and offend people.
No, it's so good. So even
I know there's a lot of teachers that do it for passion because they love Dominican bachata, and but there's many others that you have to be real and you have to say that you go for this because you can take profit, because you're a worker, you dance, you need to eat, you need to work, of course.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I understand what you mean because especially that certain style of dance. Don't get me wrong. With musically, it's been popular for so many years, but especially in the States with bachata and Dominican Republic, especially the dancing wasn't as prevalent until maybe the 2000s, maybe late 2000s, when we had people like Atacalemana and other dancers as well, especially from Europe. But like you said, when people saw a profit margin or a profit in it, especially in Europe, I noticed a huge influx of dancers from all over Spain, Italy, you name it, now teaching, exposing it. But I think what was also really important is something you told me of not just the Dominican people exposing it and pushing it out. It was the non-Dominican
Yes.
non-Dominican artists that really helped expose bachata for what it is. And that for me, I've noticed that for so many years. But before we keep going on, we have a question here. And this is, I mean, for you, Christian, for my boy JC says, ¿De qué parte tú eres en la...
Yo soy English or Spanish, I reply. Yo soy capitaleño. Mi familia es ibaeña de Constanza y de Samaná.
Okay. All right.
I'm from the capital. My family is from Cibao.
Cibao.
And the area are Samaná and Constanza.
Nice.
You're from Santo Domingo.
I'm from, capital. Santo Domingo.
And you know, and I'll tell you this, Katerina, what I love is that, especially even my European side of my family, I love that I notice with a lot of Europeans, we're or in general, very straightforward. Kind of the Latinos are more, I guess, they
go around.
Yes, so we go well with a lot of Europeans that I've met in years, whether dancers or whether coworkers, they're very kind of straight to the point. This is it. That's what it is. And I love that because I feel like with both of you, it's a balance that you know how to balance each other, and I think that's really important. As well, here we have a comment by Elvis Rodriguez saying saludos and thank you for keeping bachata authentic, ongoing, and true. I enjoy watching you guys dance. Sigue pa'lante, mi gente.
Muchas gracias.
Sí.
Gracias.
And you see, here is really showing you, and most of these people honestly are from the States. So realizing that your impact is there. I mean, people are noticing just as well as myself and others. So now, Katerina, there was something that we also talked about that I really want to bring up. And you talked about how the image, especially of women, has changed over the years, maybe for the good, but also maybe for the bad. And I kind of would like you to kind of explain that further on the topic of how women are perceived to look like when in terms of bachata dancing.
I think that I would like to make a big shout out to all the people who see the videos to appreciate the skills of the people, not to appreciate how the person look like or the big name, because the big name is also sometimes it doesn't mean a good quality. Big name is a good marketing. So there are many unknown dancers who have, I don't know, maybe 1,000 followers, but nobody knows them.
Mm-hmm.
If someone is telling you that Coca-Cola is good, you think by your brains, is it really good?
Yeah.
Or just because someone else say, and I believe that this is good. So, and about what we see in the videos, that yes, we forgot what is beauty, what is moral education, what is gonna happen after 5-10 years when we see already children are dancing this sexy dance now from
Mhm.
8-10 years old. When I look at Instagram, for me, for example, it's a compliment real when the people put me comentarios or appreciate what I do or my skills.
Yeah.
So they don't put me like, oh, que culo tam, yes, sexy mama sota, because for me this
Yeah.
is totally not a compliment really. This is horrible. And actually, I made a post about this that I say, dear dancers, let's do something for a future generation because, yes, I understand that we are living in a sexual epoch now, in a
Mhm.
sexual revolution, but we have to do something for a future generation because even these people, for example, who is promoting their body in Instagram, I think that they don't want that their own children from
Yeah.
childhood starting doing the same.
Wow. And that's something really important because especially coming from yourself, who now like you and Christian are becoming figures in this scene over especially over this past year, even with the quarantine. And now, like you said, because you're now becoming a figure, you want to use your voice in the correct way and also bringing about concerns because also I do share that same sentiment. Meaning is that especially with dancing, whether it's a hip hop style, but primarily, especially with sensual bachata, realizing that connection, realizing all of the moves that can entail or what people can create. I appreciate when I see young people dancing, but I think sometimes it can almost borderline on uncomfortable sometimes because a person who is 8 to 10 years old dancing in the same style as a person who's maybe 20 or 30 years old. I mean, the intention is different. But for me, sometimes I appreciate you dancing, but I have to almost say, wow, I'm looking at a child. And I would love for them to still be a child because a lot of times these dancers, especially even from Europe, are trained at 5 years old going up. So by 15, they look and feel like a grown person already. And I think I appreciate you speaking about that because, like you said, the sexualization of our culture, it's really a profit thing. What you see, what your eyes are glued to, that's a moneymaker for a lot of businesses. But it's artists like yourselves that just appreciate people and not just the sexual nature of it. And I think, especially with traditional, it brings us back now to the education, understanding where things come from. How you guys dance is really different from many other dancers. Like, we have tons and tons of sensual, moderna, traditional dancers, but there are very few dancers that really capture the audience. Like you said, a person can have 1,000 followers and nobody knows them, but they're really doing everything right. And then there's people who have 100,000 that really don't know what they're doing. They just have those few moments that people love. So when you guys again made this partnership and you started working together, what was that moment like for you both when you said that first viral video just went everywhere? What were those emotions like for you?
Oh, we were really
We were
grateful.
surprised.
We were surprised. We didn't expect that. We just do what we like, and we just dance the way we like to dance. I don't know. We were experimenting and looking for new things to do, looking how to do things different, looking to put a little bit of spicy into the dance because everybody was doing the same thing.
Mhm.
Everybody was doing the same thing.
Actually, this is
Everybody.
also a big problem.
So what can you do that not everybody is doing? How can you feel? I don't know. How can you fit a triangle into a square? I don't know. It was really hard, but we figured it out. Actually, we like what we were doing, and thanks to that, we keep evolving, and this has become a very strong influence because now we see in social media a lot of influence of our style going into many dancers, and we're really grateful.
And
We're very grateful.
yes, and they also developed this style, and we're really happy to see it. That because this also looks different. We all always learn from each other, and this
Yes.
is normal because like this we can always evolve
Grow.
ourselves. Yes,
Yes.
grow.
No, I agree because I definitely seen since you guys have come out, and I think what was key was what I said earlier was consistency because I noticed that when the pandemic hit and it kind of affected everywhere, all
Everywhere.
countries, all cities, there were few artists like yourselves that knew how to stay relevant because there's been many artists that I haven't seen since then, but pre-pandemic, they were traveling everywhere. But I think when the pandemic hit, it really affected them because they weren't able to keep the consistency. And then you have new artists coming in, bringing their own flavor. And I think especially with both of your creative workings, I mean, I believe your styles help other people digest it easier and it's more fun and it's more lively and especially like you said bringing back that traditional bachata. So when you guys like you said this viral video went out and really impressed because most people don't notice, most people it's not that intention, you just put out a video and hope people appreciate it and now people are loving it. What can you remember really what was that first trip outside of Spain for you guys that maybe like wow, we're people are loving this.
I
The
did.
Dominican swag.
Yes, it was Dominican
Dominican
swag
swag.
because we were about to travel more and started all these COVID projects. So now we're still sitting at home. But yeah, last time we were moving to Dominican swag to Amsterdam.
Yes,
To,
with
to
the event
Holland.
of Sammy
Mhm.
Carolina, Sammy Mágico. He's one of the non-Dominicans that have pushed a lot for Dominican bachata. That we Dominicans we should really be grateful to him. Spreading bachata here in Europe,
That,
and we went to that event, and
It was really cool.
it was really cool. The people we didn't
yeah.
expect. Okay, we go to our workshop and we got there and we start seeing people coming in. Say, wow, where are these people coming from? You know, it was like, okay, I didn't expect this. She didn't either. So let's try to show them however we can because there was too many people. So and the people love it. Well, we actually post a long version
Mhm.
in our YouTube channel of one of the classes. It was really fun. People enjoy the energy.
Yeah.
Uh, people are hungry of having fun. That's what I can tell you. People are hungry of smiling, of loving dance.
Mhm.
No postureo like this posture. No,
Yeah,
no.
because this
They
is
want to
mask.
dance.
This is mask. When you just smile,
Be natural.
this is coming from your soul, and this is natural. Yes.
Yes. People
Wow.
are hungry for natural things, natural dancing.
It's true. It's true. I mean, seeing you guys dance, you can see through the smiles, you can see the enjoyment. And what I really also appreciate is that you guys invite collaboration from Sammy and Mexico, from Choco, from other artists that you're working with. I love that you're able to collaborate because I think that was a big issue with a lot of partners and couples that a lot of them, and I've talked to them privately, that they were nervous to collaborate with other people because they felt that their style and their message would get lost. But I think, and I know, seeing what you guys have been able to do, especially over this past year, you've hit the nail on the head. Everything you're doing is working. I mean, it's true. Not everyone can do it because it's really the intention. I mean, if you just are in it for the quote unquote money, you're only going to get but so far. And like you said, now that you're teaching, your students are knowing. They know when you're being genuine, and they know when you're just trying to put on a facade. So seeing how you guys have been working, I love it. So a question I have really now is we're in this pandemic and like you said, the events that you had planned already, everything was kind of just put on hold with that. For Spain and specifically, how was kind of the community when COVID hit?
Whoa. we didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know what was happening. It was like, okay, they say on the news, well, we're going to be 3 weeks on lockdown. Okay, then after 3 weeks, everything is going to go back to normal. Then every 3 weeks they say the same thing. So they just like they keep us like waiting and waiting and waiting. But they didn't say, okay, 6 months you're not going to work. They didn't say that. So we just were. I think I cannot talk about everybody, but for me, in my perspective, I thought it was going to be finished more quickly than what we've seen happen, and that is happening. And I think that happened to many people that they expect. That's why they didn't start working on the internet very soon, because they expect this to finish very quickly. And when they saw that the thing after summer, it was keeping to going, they start pushing social media and working on internet classes. I'm lucky that we have a Russian discipline here,
Stalin.
Stalin style, and we just like keep doing this our regular weekly job, our regular weekly video. We also start right away working on online classes,
Mhm.
coming out with our online course, our own platform, and we lucky that we just like on the spot start working with that. And this beginning weeks of COVID give us the time to do this job, this online course. So luckily, we with the Russian discipline, we could make. And then after every week we have this video that we have to post. We have a weekly video. Is At the beginning you're a little bit lazy because okay, what we do, what we dance. Okay, let's rehearsal. Let's
Me, no.
no, no. Talking about myself. You understand me,
Yeah.
Then you understand.
So,
Sometimes you just want to watch your Netflix and somebody's like, yes.
you need to work.
Get up from the bed.
Oh my god.
You
I
understand what
love
I'm
it.
talking
I
about.
love it. I love it because you talk about you're more go with the flow, and Katerina is like, we got to get things going. We got to keep working and keep pushing. So it's that balance,
Exactly.
man. It's
That's how it is.
yeah, no, I mean, and I definitely understand because especially in the States, I notice and I talk to a lot of guests and a lot of artists and friends in this industry, and it was very hard mentally. Like you said,
Mm.
when you've been in this industry for so long or you're in it and you're starting to travel and everything now is cut off without you being able to control it, it's a hard thing for people. And then when things kind of are getting back to a quote unquote normal, or you're trying to get back into the swing of things, it's not always easy. But I believe
Mm.
having a partner like Katerina was key. Just listening to the conversation because she really,
That's the key.
yeah, she put that battery in your back. And it's like, we got to keep going. And I can say this, I could tell even with the smiles, Katerina, in those videos, I knew you just had that focus. Like, yeah, we're going to get this done. We're going to do what we have to do. And it worked.
No,
I mean, video after
you can see on the videos. You can see on the videos she's dancing. On the videos, thinking on the next choreography. The next footwork that you have to make.
I mean,
She's
absolutely.
like,
I mean, we've been seeing Katerina, especially doing her own solo work with her whacking, with her different fusion style that she adds in, especially your latest video from Dakota Romero's newest song out. And realizing just again the collaboration, the appreciation of music, that you appreciate other artists, as well as you also networking with artists from the States. Especially, I found out a good friend of mine, Kyla, Baila with Kyla, a really, really good friend of mine. Seeing that how you guys are connected, I love it because, especially with women, I'm a big, big focus on female empowerment, especially in our dance industry, because the more women work together, and also men, but the more women work together, the better. Because I
Yes,
think,
yes.
yes, I believe Christian. I don't know if you can agree with me, But even when we have a couple, the woman is the portrait and the male is the.
Of course, we just there to make a little bit of movement, but
Uh-huh.
in, it's her. It's all about her. That's it. You want to make it, you need a woman in front of you. That's how it is.
Yeah.
And with a good energy, a woman with a good energy.
Absolutely. So, before we really get into the last segment, which is our random segment, a few more questions I have. Can you actually explain, because we've talked as well, but explain to myself and the audience about the creation of the group, the Bachata Crew, which I absolutely love and I share and I post, and I feel like we do the same things of sharing other people's work. But kind of give us an explanation on the Bachata Crew.
Okay. Bachata Crew, it came out at the same time that I met with Katerina. I had this idea because I see many sensual bachata groups in Instagram pages, and I didn't see too many Dominican pages. So there were a few, but they were not that active. You know, they put a video every month. So I just go in there. Okay, what I have to do? I look on YouTube how this works, and I just start posting video. I remember that I used to post like 10, 12 videos a day, one each hour. And yeah,
That's a lot.
my friends, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. And my friends start say, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna unsubscribe. Sorry, but you dirty my wall. There's too many Bachata Crew." But no, the intention was that just to put another place where Dominican dancers and teachers can show themselves and isn't reading the message, can show themselves and to help promote, because it's not all about us. Is We're pushing for something. We're pushing for Dominican bachata or traditional bachata, however you want to call it, or bachata or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, we're pushing for that, and to do that, you need to help and promote other dancers and other from everywhere, from other countries, for people to know where they can find this dance and these teachers. So that was the purpose, show a little bit how Dominican bachata movement is. Sorry, my English made me okay. Rephrase. Sorry. Okay, just to show a little bit how Dominican bachata is dance, how to promote and how to for the people to see where they can find this dance and these teachers. Suddenly this page is growing. It's growing. It's organically. We don't put money on social media. Okay, there's some people that think that we put money, but no, we don't put money. Everything is organic. And that's another.
This is already about marketing. Yeah, that's what I was telling before.
Yeah. Okay, this is another. Many people that put money, they don't know that they messing up their account. So I recommend nobody to put money on social media. Okay. So now Bachata Crew is a really not huge page, but it's a page where you can go and find. It's a reference page. You can find teachers. We try to post. So we don't post all the videos that we like to post.
Yes.
Because we post a lot of videos that are not. We like to post the videos the way we do videos, with a good light, colorful, with something to tell. But we usually post some videos that they're not that good looking, but we like to help to promote these dancers and these teachers that they're working on doing videos. They don't know how to yet, but we just like to give this opportunity for people to know them, because behind what you don't see, behind this dark video, there is a great dancer that people don't know yet. So that's the purpose of Bachata Crew.
Wow. That's an amazing explanation, because I feel the same way. I've created a group called The Collective and realizing to share people's work, because like you said, even some videos, like you say, when you have that 1 to 3 second attention span, and it goes away, sometimes you're missing something that really is beautiful within that visual. And seeing that with the Bachata Crew having the ability to promote other people's work because it is about the community. Don't get me wrong, it's great to see a good live visual video quality and there's a message behind it, but it's also important to promote others who are doing the same thing. And realizing that you guys from the beginning have always had the right intentions, it shows. And something you said, Christian, that I agree with is the topic of the monetary focus because people putting money into their brand completely understand investing, but realizing when you're buying views, when you're buying attention to a specific video, I understand. But when it's almost every video you do, and there's no organic feel.
For me, it's sad. It's sad because most of the people, of course, yeah, they see the only 100,000 visualizations. But when you hit inside this visualization and you see the like and you see 89 likes, say, how come 100,000 doesn't have at least 10%, of the views has to be like. So it's then you see really who's paying, who's not paying. And for me, I wouldn't be happy if I have 100,000 views on one video and I didn't have 10,000 likes, because I mean that many people see my video but they didn't like it.
The thing is that, okay, you can lie to people, but you cannot lie to yourself.
So this is something that I've been watching a lot about on YouTube. There's a lot of people explaining how to promote, how to do this section. I think they call it sectioning to pay for your videos. But I still not gonna go for this because I don't. It doesn't make me feel good. Okay, probably I can promote a flyer or I can put money on a flyer or something. I still not gonna do it. I just wanna keep it like this because I don't want to corrupt our account, because once you pay, they want you to pay more, so they're gonna block you.
Yes.
They're gonna block your views. They're gonna block your reach. How they say they're reaching people. How it works that they be opening when you get certain amount of views, they open to another line and they be opening. So when they see that you paying money, they just cut. So you have to put some more money, so they be open to another reach of people, group of people.
Wow.
So I recommend everybody to just go with the flow. You will grow. Just focus on your dance and a good image and a good music. Make it fun. Make it interesting to watch. That's no secret. And
yes, and this is always a kind of process, because if today you plant the seeds, you're gonna eat fruits after some time, not today. So
don't go to the supermarket and buy it right away. Okay, just plant your tree. Plant your tree and you eat your food later.
Don't copy and go for your own style. Go for your own thing.
Yes, that's very important. Develop something. Dance with your personality.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think the key word that I can use for you both is organic. You guys are two people who are truly organic, from your personalities to the creativity you have in your visuals, and realizing that if you just keep it genuine and organic, people will support. And giving that piece of advice, especially at the end, about over promoting your visuals and how that can actually have a negative effect. That's something that many people can understand. And also that comment we saw earlier saying the tricky part with promoters, and that was the big issue, was promoters were always saying, what are your views like? If I need to see the views of your videos to see if people really are paying attention, when in reality, a lot of those people, unfortunately, were those just paying money for views when they weren't from actually organic people. But you yourself, Cristian and Katerina, really exposing that is important, because I know through the messages that you guys give here today, it's going to affect someone. It's going to put that in someone's mind and change their outlook on that. So,
I hope it helps.
Oh, no. I definitely feel it will. But at least the last question I have before we get to our last segment is, through everything you both have endured over the past year or two, from the beginnings till currently where we are now in 2021. What is something that you look forward to for your dance community? Meaning, what are the big changes that you want to see come out when things kind of come back to a normal?
I would like for the dance community. Okay, I would like Dominican bachata to be at the same level of bachata central. I dropped it there.
And actually, we think that it's going to be like this because people, this is normal. Everything is temporal in the world. And when people get tired of one thing, now it's going more to fusion. With time, it's going to come back to their roots.
Okay.
I know it will be more Dominican, more fusion, more all together in the events because there are more events for sensual bachata than for anything else. In these past years, there is more fusion bachata, and they're starting incorporating Dominican bachata. There is this event here in Barcelona. It's called BC Essential. They start putting Dominican bachata classes. Now they have a Dominican bachata session in the Congress apart. Okay, they have a room for Dominican bachata. So I hope all the Congress start doing the same thing. It's a good initiative, and they actually more Dominican bachata events. That's what I would like to.
Okay. I definitely appreciate it. I agree. Because I would say this. I think people should also remember at one point, bachata wasn't even thought of at salsa congresses. We remember the times when, especially me in New York, when bachata was in like a little room. And maybe in Europe, it may have been the same thing. It wasn't even thought about. And I really feel that that saying of bachata is taking over. It's true. Because it's the influence. It's of the people. The people are going to be able to push the culture forward. So for me, it's like understanding where you guys have come from. I love it. So now it allows me to come to our last segment called The Random, which is 10 questions for the both of you that will allow me and the audience to get to know you a lot better. So all I need to know is when you are ready.
You ready?
Very forward.
For 10 questions, we have to reply.
I hope that my Windows 95 is going to be fast.
Turn on.
Oh my
Ding,
God.
ding, ding, ding.
Not even 98, 95 on that pack. I think we should be
Let's
good.
go.
All right. Number one, favorite food.
Yuca.
Katerina's food.
Yuca.
I
Nothing
like
else.
yuca.
That's it. Just yuca.
I like what she cooks. Period.
Good answer. Very good answer. All right. Next
Very
question.
smart, yeah.
Yeah, very smart man. Next question is, if you could be at a social right now, what is one song that you would dance to right now?
Tony Santos, El Nuevo Brujo.
Oh,
That's it. Santos no.
all right. All right, nice. Next question. Dream vacation destination.
Dominican Republic.
This is super easy. I love it.
I
mean,
agree. I agree with her. What she says.
yes. All right. Next question. What did you want to be at 10 years old?
10 years from now?
No, 10
What do you
years
mean?
old, when you were 10 years old.
What was the question? Can you repeat, please? And then?
When you were 10 years old, what did you want to be?
What I want to be. Actually, I wanted to be a pilot. I wanted to be a pilot. Yeah. And an astronaut too, but didn't work out.
I want to be a teacher always. But I don't like to teach, but I want.
What kind of teacher? Actually? What specific? What specific for teaching? What did you kind of?
Dancing teacher, because my grandparents are also dance teachers, so I was born already in dancing family.
Yeah, dancing family is a generational thing for her.
My God, you were coming out the womb doing pirouettes. I see. All right.
Yes.
All right. Next question. This should be interesting. What would you consider your spirit animal to be?
Okay, loading.
Oh, I think it was a wolf.
Mm,
I got this thing with wolf. I don't know why, and I can tell you hers.
Spiritual animal?
Yeah, I think she's a tiger or something like this.
Maybe, yeah, because
Yeah.
sometimes in my dreams I see white tiger, yes, maybe.
white tiger.
Or dolphin. Or
Okay.
dolphin.
Dolphins are very smart as well. I like that answer. All right, next question. This should be really interesting. What is a big don't for both of you when you're dancing with someone at a social or congress? Meaning, what is something you don't like people to do when they're dancing with you?
When we don't like
Yes,
what they do?
when they're dancing with you
Okay.
in social.
I don't like when guys are coming too close to me in Bachata Central.
Yeah.
I don't like when the partner do whatever she wants. She don't listen. Yes, I don't like that.
Like she dips herself, she body rolls herself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she do everything. You just you can put like a finger like this, touching, and
Oh my God, I love these answers. All right, next question. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
sorry.
Repeat, please, because you were cut.
Oh, if you had a superpower, what would it be?
Oh,
Oh, we speak about this like every day. I would
Yes.
like to fly. I would like to teleport. I would like to stop the time.
Oh my God. 3 in 1. Okay.
I would love to be like, I don't know. I got two superpowers. First, to understand women.
Oh, really?
I think you do already. I think you do already.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Just came fast to my mind. I had to say it. No. First superpower. I would like to know all the languages, be able to speak all the languages, and the second is to fly because I dream a lot about flying.
Absolutely. And I think it's also amazing because as that superpower of flying, when we do have events again, you'll get to everywhere you need to go quickly. So, I mean, I think that definitely helps. All right, next question. And I love asking this because it really gets people thinking. Can both of you name 3 people that have been most influential to you at this point in your life? It could be dance related or life in general.
Influential from when? This last year, you mean?
Meaning more of like people that have really made an impact on your life.
This is really interesting question.
This is complicated question
Yes.
because we both actually we spend always time with each other, so we don't have influence. We influence on each other.
One of the person will be her.
Absolutely.
And
In my life, I think that this is my grandmother and Christian. Yes.
There you go.
I will say, I don't know, maybe. I don't. You got me there.
He's a wolf. He's by himself.
I've been because I'm a type of person that I follow myself.
Okay.
I follow my ideas and I like
Yes.
to do things my way, even though they're wrong sometimes, most of the time. But I like to do my things my way. So I don't know. I cannot say.
No worries at all. I mean, I just love asking those certain questions. It gets people thinking. So our second to last question is, do any of you have a special talent?
A special talent you have?
Special talent. I don't know. I think I can break something, or I have a special talent
You can dance.
that I cannot even draw a circle and it's gonna be a perfect circle. I cannot do it.
That's not a talent.
But my hobby is singing.
Oh, that's a talent in itself.
That's a talent. Oof, my talent. I don't know what's my talent, Katerina.
No, Christian, you sing.
Jump into the pool and tell me.
Playing on my nervous system. This is the second talent of the Christian.
That's true. I think my talent will be communicating. Even though I can transmit what is on my head, even though I can. I don't say the words. I can transmit what is on my head to the people. I think that could be my special talent.
All right. I like
It helped me teaching very much.
He has a good patience. Okay, this I admit that he has a good patience.
So you're saying you have a very good patience tolerance with Katerina.
Yes,
right.
because I don't have a patience.
I love it. I love it. All right. Last question. I love asking this because the answers are crazy sometimes. And now that I have two of you here, this should be very interesting. If you were on an island, and I'm going to make it easier for you, not even, you're in Dominican Republic on a beautiful island, but no Wi-Fi. What are 3 things you would have to have with you?
Without Wi-Fi is perfect.
Perfect. We love to be without internet or connection or nothing, Just in pure.
If I would be there, I would sit the whole day meditation on the seaside and eating my avocado y mango.
Aguacate and mango chinix.
Aguacate, mango, and meditation. That would be for Katerina.
That's what you need. Is individual or has to be the same thing for both?
So now you basically get 6. So she has her 3, I guess. And what would your 3?
What I would like, of course, I would like. We on the island, we don't have nothing. I'm gonna put this in perspective. We don't have nothing. I would like a really huge house with a pool, no neighbors. That's the first thing.
If I knew about this, I also would say.
Nah. You lost your opportunity.
You got your aguacate on the side. You got.
Okay.
The second thing, in this place, we like to have a really nice dancing space. And the third thing, a satellite to keep teaching dancing from the island. That's it.
Katerina,
satellite with the camera.
Yes, he's helped you out.
That's it.
Yes.
Then we can go eat coconuts to the beach all day.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, Katerina got the food. You got everything else covered. So I think everything is good there. Well, again, thank you guys for doing this segment, closing out. Honestly, I would say throughout our time here, I had an amazing session with you guys, getting to know you guys through social media, through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And now, even though it's virtual, being able to talk to you and get to know so much more about both of you. I appreciate you guys even more. And I think it's been an opportunity to celebrate your success and also the future success that I know you guys will have. And I definitely hope to collaborate with you guys in any way possible in the future as well. I'll be sharing your visuals every time they come out, so more people that I know can watch and appreciate you guys. But at least before we do go, I would like to know if both of you had any last few words for myself or the audience.
Yes, I would like to say, message to the world. People, do things, please, honestly, without looking for benefits. Do it with a high conscience. And I think that this is the most important.
Okay. For me, I want to thank you for contacting us and taking you into your program. I'm really grateful for it. And we wish people appreciate the job that you're doing too, that is exposing dancers for them to know personally how they are. We appreciate your job and thank you very much. And we really wish for you collaborate with you and your success too.
Absolutely. I appreciate it so much. And I definitely know that with both of you and the work that you have coming in the future, some amazing things will come ahead. And at least too, before we do go, do you have any contact information on how people can reach you? And also just any new projects that you might have coming up?
You go. Where people can contact us, where people can contact us. Oh, a lot of that. My tongue is already going on.
We have Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Cristian y Katerina. Also, we have a webpage, bachatacrew.com. Y In the
The
page in
Bachata
Instagram,
Crew.
the Bachata Crew.
All right.
Bendiciones para ti, Elvis.
Bendiciones.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, I'll say this throughout this whole interview. Even though we've talked before, I know sometimes it might feel like a language barrier. You guys' English is on point, a lot better sometimes than other people that I've also talked to, even here. So you guys honestly have been an amazing time. I know it's late out, it's getting late out there in Spain, but overall, I really thank the both of you for coming on tonight. And I definitely hope that I can have you guys on in the future with many future projects that you have coming up and really kind of you guys giving us an update on what's new with both of you and the Bachata Crew. But on behalf of the Live Discussions with Diamond podcast, myself, and the program of Tu Bachata Radio, I really appreciate both of you. You guys are doing amazing work. And myself will continue to actually promote your work because it comes from the heart. It's not about a monetary focus. It's because I appreciate what you guys are doing because you guys are doing it with the right intention. So again, I thank you both for coming on tonight. I thank everyone who is tuned in and listening. And please, people, be on the lookout for some more amazing visuals by Cristian and Katerina. So thank you guys. Thank everyone for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
We enjoy
Everyone,
very much.
yes, everyone have a great night. And everyone, please be safe. And hopefully we'll see each other